screw it, man. Look, we're not going to do the whole nice, cute little intro. I'm not going to do any more clever stuff. I'm just going to get straight to the point because this stuff right here is just annoying to me. Now, as we all know, my series Patrol on Patreon, where I go on people and get on people for doing Patreon after Patreon, Kickstarter, Indiegogo for things that they actually aren't using the money for. You know, I remember I used to do that. Well, today's a little bit different because, you know, it's one thing to make an Indiegogo, advertise the Indiegogo, so the Indiegogo is coming, then the Indiegogo gets here, then you have all these goals, you have all these things in mind that you want to do to create your dream come true. You want to make a game called Beast Fury, which is a fighting game, just in case you didn't know, that was supposed to be indie developed by this man, and then they didn't get the money, so they erased it. Then they did another one, and, yeah. They deleted that one too, because it also didn't get the money. But then they finally got the money, and then made a post saying, Beast Fury Indiegogo is a go, yet again, a third time. And then this was 2 years ago. So I know what you're thinking. 2 years ago, you got your goals, you're ready to do these things, you're ready to move forward with your video game development plan. You've already reached the 20,000 goal, so we all know that you're ready to let it rip. But then you do a Kickstarter, and I know what you're thinking. This was in 2014, so you got even more money. But you guys had a previous Indiegogo raising $21,000. What happened to that money? Then he says, to put it simply, we approximated our funding for animations incorrectly. Unfortunately, wound up spending most of our money on one character's animations. Time out. Time the fuck out. Okay? Time the fuck out. I understand making a game is very time-consuming, and you know, it's not this script kiddie BS that a lot of people like to say, hey, look at me, I can code, I know how to use RPG Maker. Trust me, I know that it is a lot more things going on behind the scenes than a lot of people would ever like to admit, and probably will not give the person who's trying to create this game credit for. And I understand that they put 3 years of work into this, but here's the thing. If you put in that much time, that much effort, and you know how much You should know how much. You should have a ballpark figure. You can't say $21,000 one character. You knew at some point that you were making a grave mistake. Where was the update? You should have been able to update them and say that we messed up. Not just, hey guys, we're just going to throw up another Kickstarter after our last Kickstarter. Because we're on like Kickstarter 4 now. And no, that's not all. Because there is a Kickstarter, as you can see right here, that made $47,000 and it had 797 backers. They still wanted to keep going. And I know what you're thinking. No, ladies and gentlemen, it's not yet over. Because there's a Kickstarter again! $185,000! Flexible funding. Now, for those of you who don't know what flexible funding means, that means, you see those $880? If nobody gives another gobbledygooking dollar to them, they still get to keep that $880, even though that $880 will in no way, shape, form, facet, reality, alternate universe is going to help them do anything that is even close to that $185,000 goal. Ladies and gentlemen, I have finally found a game that is worse on delivering on promises than Death Cargo. Death Cargo. Really? You gonna let Death Cargo outshine you? You really gonna do that? Really? Really? Again, we're here. We are here with another way for you to raise money. And I know what you're all thinking, ladies and gentlemen. But come on, the community must really care. You had 700 people donate before. You have 16 people donating now within the course of 3 days. There was 3 other campaigns. One of them made goal. He's got to be doing something, right? Well, you would be wrong because he also has a Patreon. Now, I know what you're thinking at this juncture. He's got to, you're joking, right? That I must be reading, that must be a typo. That's got to say 500, man. There's no way that says $5. Nope. $5 per completion of Beast Fury. So these are probably $1 or one-time donations, but here's the thing. Beast Fury is an indie 2D fighting game that's being created by a passionate team of animators, programmers, and designers and fighting game enthusiasts that have come together from opposite ends of the world. Funny he should say that, because a couple of people like Mike Z, Rockaway Carter, people who actually, you know, are known in the fighting game community or actually seen in the fighting game scene, have offered their services and their help to make Beast Fury come to light. and he took a shit on both of them and said that he doesn't need them, and then he went to the Skullgirls community, you know, this whole community thing that we like to talk about, and then he said, no, I don't really give a fuck about Skullgirls. Skullgirls is shit, Skullgirls is bad, but my game will be AAA. My game's gonna be top dog. My game's gonna be top dollar. Yeah, good luck being AAA with that $5, guys. Hype. Get hype, guys. $5. But regardless, goes on to continue to say, thanks to the support from loyal fans and contributors on Indiegogo and Kickstarter, we were able to get funds needed to create a playable demo that is nearing its completion and release in the coming months. However, in order to keep developing the game at a steady pace and taking steps forward, we need continued financial support. That's cute. That's cute. Because you have this open at the same time you have this. So if this is what you need, then why do you need this? And if this is what you need, why do you need this? And why did you need the 4 predecessors after you've already made almost, well, actually you made more than $50,000. But let's keep going because that's not all. Because as you can see if you scroll down here, what is Beast Fury? Beast Fury is a 2D arcade-style fighting game feature anthropomorphic characters. It is currently being developed by a small, passionate team of individuals who are both gaming enthusiasts and professional programmers. Beast Fury's main selling point is the idea of progressive dynamism, or an evolution of the mechanics of the game as you play. Traditional fighting games have a set curve that makes the game static in how it plays in order to retain a fundamentally solid game. Though retaining the idea of fundamentals, we implemented systems in order to make it so characters grow stronger the longer the game lasts. This not only makes the game visually appealing to look at, but causes a change in how the players approach the game. So he says that the game is visually appealing to look at. Visually appealing to look at. Now, not too long ago, I was linked something, and don't get me wrong, I know it's an alpha build, and I know I shouldn't hold alpha builds against people. Don't get me wrong, I both know, and I understand that, but there was a video here not too long ago that I have to find. So allow me to scroll on down and see if I could find that video, or if someone could link it in the chat, that would be absolutely stellar. Was around 5, was this it? No, that was yesterday. I don't need that garbage in my life, because I have no idea what that is. Oh, that's the wrong chat. Whatever, that's not the point. Whatever. Show me Praise the Sun. Matter of fact, I could probably find it on my YouTube. There we go. Visually appealing. Visually appealing. This man is praising Shark Jesus. Shoutouts to the Shark Megalodon as we praise to the loyal sun. Ha! Huzzah! The sunbeams will rain from the heavens and descend upon my shark skin as we raise our overalls and hands into the air. The greatest religion on planet Earth has been revealed! And that wasn't even his final form yet, ladies and gentlemen. That was not even his final damn form. The man has transcended what it means to be a god, to be a true worshiper. A true worshiper. Now, remember something real quick here. These people have caught you. This isn't even me that had to catch you. You've had 1 campaign. And he erased it. 2 campaign. Then he erased it. Got another campaign. Then he erased it. Kickstarter. You got the money 2 out of 4 times. So 50% of the time you got the money. And if these other ones that you didn't get the money were also flexible funding, shame, shame, shame. And you have a Patreon. I just think that's rather cute. Because remember, all these things came out by January 24th of this year. 24 of this year. January. We're in May. We're in May. Still here. Still here. Still here. Still here, guys. We're still here. Somehow we found a way to still be here. Somehow. Oh, and keep in mind that people are still donating as of 3 days ago. We're still here. Now, that's fine if you want to make this game come to light. I mean, that's cool. I understand. This is your baby. This is your project. This is what you want to do. But when people are out there who have a problem with how you manage the game or feel as though there's some miscommunication or some ways of disorganization amongst you and your ranks, you do not attack the people whom you are asking the money for. Because I've heard reports time and time again when people are like, look, man, I just feel as though you could be helped in this way. You want to jump down their throats. That's your first course of action. People compare your game to Skullgirls when you yourself brought the game to the Skullgirls community because, let's be honest, if you didn't think it was something like Skullgirls at all, you wouldn't have went to the Skullgirls community. I mean, if I make a game that's similar to Mortal Kombat, of course I would go to Test Your Might because I think it's people from Mortal Kombat would see something and see the similarities and thus they would like it. You put two and two together, obviously. It's not like you're bringing Beast Fury to, the Guilty Gear forums. It's not like you're running up in there trying to talk to the people who played Legend of Zelda Minish Cap. You went there for a reason because you knew there would be like-minded people there. That's why you went there. That's why that was your target audience to go there. But now all of a sudden, nah man, Skullgirls is a trash game. As you said, Mr. Stefan, or Steven, whatever you want to call the dude, I don't really care at this juncture. As far as I'm concerned, it's mind-boggling. But it's whatever. Ryan Stevenson, Stefan, whatever you want to call him, I don't really care at this point. Now, as you know, he's tried to get backing from bigger people, such as Benny the Dog of Hype, voiced by Maximilian Dood. As we already know, he's trying to plug Maximilian, or trying to get Maximilian to plug him, which he has in the past. Now, this is why this is hilarious to me. You see, someone has told me that not only has he plugged it, but I believe there was a certain man named Justin Wong who made a tweet about Beast Fury, if I remember right. And this would be funny if this is true. Wait a minute. He even talked about it almost a month ago. May 8th, actually no, more than a month ago. And even though you have two of probably the most well-known faces in the fighting game community as a whole talking about your game, in the know about your game, one directly promoting your game, it gets me to thinking. How fucked are you, mate? How fucked are you that this guy and Justin Wong together, somehow, some way, cannot get you more than $5 on a Patreon? Now, I know what you're thinking, ladies and gentlemen. I'm wrong. I messed up. I'm obviously taking this too much at face value, and I need to do a little bit more research, a little bit more understanding, a little bit more nuanced behavior that needs to be coming from my end, which is fine. So let's check out Beast Fury's YouTube channel. Now, they do have almost 4,000 subscribers, and they do have a trailer. They do have animation, and their animation is pretty solid. I can give them that. However, let's watch the track, guys. Let's see how long this goes back. More. As you can see, this started from very grassroots roots. Then they worked their way up, and I'm able to appreciate that. I am able to appreciate that you followed something and you're trying to follow through with it. But the fact of the matter is, when people are trying to help you, and these are the same people that you want to ask money for, not a good idea to jump down their throats and say that they're wrong, they're this, they're that, they're stupid, they don't know what the hell they're talking about, and they should get out of here, because that's unprofessional. When someone says, look man, Sega, what are you doing? Sega doesn't come out, hey dog, fuck you, you know what the fuck you're talking about, you can't code shit, you see this shit on my computer, dog, right here, you see this right here, big homie, you see this right here, big family, put this up, big fam, you see this right here, you don't even know what this means, fam, you don't even know, because we Sega out here, son. This is the reason why we can't make a Jet Set Radio, because we ain't got the staff to put all these things up on the keyboard, you know what I'm saying? You don't even know. You see, Sega doesn't handle it like that. Sega will do one of two things. Hey, look, I'm sorry we didn't make it clear. We're going to give everybody an apology, and then they explain what they need to explain. Or they you and just make another bad Sonic game, but that is neither here nor there. Point is, they continue going on with their business as usual because that's professionalism. Although you may not agree with the decisions that are made, at the same juncture, they are able to handle it in a way that is actually presentable. You treat anybody insulting your game or saying that your game isn't as hype as it could be, you treat it as a direct insult to not the game, not to the inanimate object, not to something that could be summed up in a disc. Oh man, I just threw Injustice. I guess that means I hate Injustice now. You see, I'm not saying that people hate you. Although sometimes you act like an asshole and you've been exposed with all these Patreons and all this way of trying to get money. That's not the point. Point is, when someone says something about your game, that doesn't mean, hey, Ryan Stevens, fuck you. That's no one's going there. I'm sure people are going to go there now because of how you got caught with your pants down because you've still been asking for money for a plethora amount of time. Still have only been able to get $5 on this Patreon. But we're going to continue to read what's going on the Support Beast Fury's fighting game. Whatever. Now, let's scroll down and read a little bit more about your characters. This is your roster. Starts off with 6 characters, much like, all the indie games do these days. I don't know what female Jet the Hawk is doing there, but we're just going to keep scrolling right on past that. Now, as we all know, we got our Riptor clone here. And we scroll down, we go a little further, trying to make a Mac version. And these are some screenshots, or I guess you say GIFs of the action of the game. Now, personally, I know it's an early alpha stage. There's nothing that I personally give a fuck about in this game. I'm not a part of the furry community. This is just done because I don't understand why people make all these Patreons, treat their own community like shit, but still want people to fund their game. This is the 5th time they bring it up, and they still have not learned the past mistakes from the yesteryear. So, they have supers, they want to have more characters. You can clearly see, I believe that brings the roster to 12, so you can have first row, second row characters, whatever. Now, he says, why we need funding? We've been hard at work for 2 years trying to secure funding through publishers and potential investors. They've all shown interest in the game. However, all of the offers we were given didn't coincide with our desires. And after much deliberation, we decided we'd take what we have, present it to the community once more in an effort to produce the game ourselves without having a publisher to go through. As a side note, backers who've aided us in the past do not need to donate again to receive more rewards. If you donated for a copy of the final product, when it's complete in the past, you're still getting it. Which is fine, and that's dandy, and I would like to believe that. But if I knew with 100% certainty that the game was getting made, this page wouldn't need to exist. This page wouldn't need to exist. Because we're going on, year 3, 4 now, and we still have a reason to need almost 185k, almost 200k? And have a Patreon on top of that, which is only at $5. So I would like to believe you when you say, when the final product is released, I will be getting the game in my hand if I donated to the last one. I would love to believe that, but I can't for obvious reasons. Now, the last time when you had these pie charts, you said that we grossly misunderstood what it meant for the animation budget and how much it would actually be costing. Now, let's see what the Beast's Fury pie chart is all about. Where is the money going? 42% going to animation, 42% to programming. Not sure why I think those numbers are arbitrary, but whatever. Networking is only going to be 3%. Music and audio, 1%. QA testing, or just QA in general, 3%. And Indiegogo fees and rewards. I just find it funny that the fees and rewards are actually going to be more than the music network and QA all put together, but, that's none of my business. So continuing to scroll down, soundtrack. He's going to have a soundtrack, obviously. So game modes. Story mode. Play through the story campaign, the whole character cast, additional cutscenes, boss fights, and an ending sequence. Arcade mode. Play as a team of characters through regular matches, boss fights, and an ending sequence. Versus mode. Test your skills in one-on-one combat mode against the AI. Local mode. Challenge a friend. Online mode. Versus using rollback netcode like Guilty Gear, PO. Practice combos and setups in training mode, and a replay feature, which are just basically the standard vanilla things that you see in any 2D fighter these days. I mean, I can't think of a single 2D fighter that has come out recently that doesn't have this in some way, shape, or form. Now, they might do it the Blaze Blue route, which I'm pretty sure they're going to do, where there's going to be mostly text in the story, but then they're going to have some anime cutscenes during the times where sequences where it is necessary. I could be wrong, and it could be a fully fleshed out, drawn, full feature type of thing. And if that's the case, bravo! Shout outs to their animation team. Shout outs to their artists. All that good stuff. That's all good and gravy, especially if they, outdo and outproduce Blaze Blue in that regard. So continuing to go, this is their development team of 14 people. Ryan Stevens, the project leader. Andrew Fain, the design lead. Marco Arsenal, lead programmer. Artist, composer, design. Wait a minute. Wait. Now, maybe Ryan Stevens is a programmer as well. But remember back when he said they had elite programmers, but then I look at this and they only have 2? Now, I just happened to notice that they made it seem like, programming. Man, this is going to be a big budget, man. We got all this going, man. We're ready to do this right. And they only got 2 programmers? Now, I know one is more of a user interface type of guy, which is fine. But the fact that he knows how to program is all Gucci. But you got to have more than 2 programmers if you're going to put that much catering into your programming. Because now that you only have 2 programmers, potentially 3, and then you say that when you finally get the money, maybe someday, that if we donated, we will be getting the game when it's complete. Now I'm really starting to doubt whether these statements have any validity or any weight to them at all. But let's look at these stretch goals real quick. Also, they also know that donate, referral, want to support the game, but you don't have any means of donating, refer someone to the Indiegogo and let us know that they're donating for you. That is really thirsty for money, guys. Look, I want you to donate to the game, but I don't have any money, so I want you to donate for me. So I can get the rewards, you just donate for me. Doing so will get a copy of the game for both of you, which is fine. But in and of the same breath, tell your friends to check out the game and get a reward, spreading the word, blah, blah, blah. The patron still has to donate at least $15 in order to get the game. Which means that the game is probably going to be selling $10 a pop, meaning they lose $5, but they get, 2 copies, so they lose basically $5. But the point is, you see they weren't going to do that for the minuscule donations, obviously. Now, continuing on. Stretch goals. $185. PC Max Linux Digital Launch 8, characters, and stages. Arcade mode, training mode, local versus mode, and online versus. $275,000. They want to make it on the PS4 and Xbox One. Launch 4 new characters and stages. Trial mode. $360,000. 4 new characters and stages plus survival mode. $455,000. 4 stages, 4 characters and stages plus story, non-animated cutscenes. Hold this shit for me, fam. Did you just say previously that you wanted animated cutscenes and that they would be something that would be delivered? But down here, it's a stretch goal? See, now it's a stretch goal, though. Like, before, it was promised, right? You feel me, fam? Like, it was going to be in there. It was going to be AAA. It's going to be big budget. We're going to be go-getters and trendsetters. Now, it is near the bottom of your stretch goal totem pole. I'm sorry, did I give you too much credit in thinking that you would outdo Blaze Blue? My bad. But that's not the part I have a problem with right now. You mean to tell me that non-animated cutscenes are a stretch goal? Now, I know what you're thinking. Hey, man. Those are already in the game, but it's just for those new characters that they would have added, that the non-story, or that the story cutscenes will have them for them. The original members, they'll have fully fleshed out cutscenes, but these new ones, see, if that was true, don't get me wrong, fam. Don't get me wrong, I would love to believe that. But, 4 new characters? Oh, what's that? Oh, damn, Chief. It don't say nothing about cutscenes there. But here, 4 more characters. But it don't say shit about characters here, so... The fuck? Somebody lied somewhere. And if they didn't lie, and this is a misrepresentation of the information, don't get mad at me. Get mad at the person who wrote this. Because this is gobbledygook right now. This is hoes. This is dumb. Yet, you want to have rewards for arcade sticks, shirts, statues, figurines, playable characters, DLC. Get the shit out of my fucking face, dude. The way you were going about this is trash. This is garbage. This is dumb. But we're going to look at the perks just because we should. At $10 at the student level donation, you will get a digital copy of Beast Fury's original soundtrack, student title, in the contribution credits. Alright. Okay. Estimated delivery December 2016. Yeah, alright. Good luck with that. Okay. Assassin level. You go from student to assassin. $15. Digital copy. PC. Max. Linux. For Beast Fury with 8 characters. Assassin title in the contributors credits. Includes all previous rewards. $25. Digital copy. 8 characters. Brutal title. So all I get is the brutal title. Huh. I find that very interesting. Anyway, Furious. You get the art book. Strategy guide. Really? Strategy guide for... Okay, strategy guide for this game. Okay. Includes all previous rewards. Furious... Okay. Alright, so you're going to be able to get those publishing rights, and you're going to be able to get people to actually write the book in a coherent way, because if this Kickstarter or Indiegogo wasn't that coherent, what the fuck makes me think that you're going to be able to put faith in you to write a fucking strategy guide? But, you know, that's neither here nor there. $100, Devour. You get an exclusive Beast Fury t-shirt, include shipping and all previous rewards, Devour title, include... Alright, whatever. $150, Enrage! A digital exclusive Beast Fury comic by Thal Daub, Larry D. Warren Jr. All previous rewards, Enrage, blah, 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 contribution credits. $400, Gut. Everything from the 150 reward tier plus your own very 9-inch Don plushie. Wait a minute, hold on. Hold. I know you got to give commission to the person who made the plushie, and I understand that plushies can be expensive. But let's see, 150 you were okay with. So you're going to give probably about $80 to $100 for the Don plushie, so the other 150 is for you? Okay. I just want to know how we made that big gap from 150 US dollars just to 400, but whatever. $500. Everything from 150, you'll be able to get your own customized, very own color scheme for a character of your choice. Finished. Wait, so did they not get the plushie? Because it says from 150 down, which is fine, which doesn't include 400 because 150. And then, see, those are the levels of confusion that you have to clarify. Because if someone is expecting a plushie, not saying anybody's going to go down at that much, but whatever. $800. You get the exclusive Don bust statue, everything from 150 lower. So they're not going to get the customized color, and they're not going to get, but they're paid $100, but you're not going to give them a custom color. I just want to know. Alpha, everything from the 500 reward tier down. All right, now we're talking. Plus your very own animated background character designed by you. Background character. So you mean I get to design somebody who's going to be like off in the Shadow Realm doing this right here? That's what I got right there. $1,000. That's what a stack gets me. That's what a stack is going to get me. Okay. Manticore. An exclusive custom fight stick designed by the Beast Fury... Okay, designed by the team. All right. Foe Hammer, plus everything from the 500 reward tier down. I'm assuming this is what the fight stick is going to look like. It is a standard fight stick with the Beast Fury skin. Not saying that it's a bad fight stick. Not saying that it looks like shit, because it just looks like a standard fight stick. Like, there's really nothing for me to comment on. I mean, I guess if you want to go from an aesthetic point, fine. The wood grain paneling is pretty decent. Looks solid. It looks sanded well. But it's a standard arcade stick. But okay. $1,000, or excuse me, $1,600, because, you know, we jumped from 1,000 to 1,600. $25,000. Everything from the... No, stop. I want you to stop right there. from the 500, no. If somebody drops 25 grand, you give them all this. All this. This is not even up for debate. You don't cut them off here. You give them all this right here. All of it. But anyway, everything from the 500 rewards here now, plus we'll be able to work directly with the team to create a character based on your own design to be playable from the finished game. Final approval on said designs are up to us. Nah. If I'm giving you 25 grand and I want to have a man with 6 penises coming out of his arm, you giving it to me. You're giving it to me. 25,000. 25,000. No. If I want to have a man with 16 breasts who shoots breadsticks out of his pelvis, reason, you're giving it to me. 25 grand. 25 grand. Mate, you're giving it to him. This man wants to have a man whose face is a shoe, brought to you by Nike. You give it to him. You give it to him. 25, you give it to him. You just give it to him. Anyway, final approval on said designs are up to us, of course, as we want to release a game as balanced as possible. But we are willing to work alongside you to develop a character that you are proud to call your own. 25,000? If I want a cheap insta-kill character, you might as well give it to him. 25,000, that's a heavy investment. But regardless, that is Beast Fury. That's cute.